Welcome, Eurovision fans! It's time to talk about Armenia at Eurovision 2019. Armenia will be represented by Srbuk with the song Walking Out. So if I had to describe the song in one word, that comes kind of easy to me. It's going to be freedom. The song is about freeing yourself from a toxic person, toxic situation, and knowing that you can have the strength and power to walk out on your own and really just live your life the way you want to, that you don't need to be burdened by somebody else and their problems and them putting you down and always making you feel inhuman. So it's a lesson we all can definitely take, because we've all had situations where we've had to cut off friendships and break away from toxic family members, toxic relationships. You don't have to be bound to these people. You can escape. You can go live the life you want. And sometimes that just takes getting away from these awful, nasty people and branching out on our own. And that's really the basis and heart and core of this song. So, no, a lot of people confuse this and say it's specifically about domestic violence because the video portrays a lot of men with her in the video, but to me it kind of signifies her own mind and what she's going through and her traumas that she's going through and the emotional destruction that she's actually facing. It's kind of like she's in her head and she's freeing herself from that, not specifically that it's guys attacking girls or anything like that. And it's the courage to pick up and leave such a relationship. Srbuk actually described it herself, quote, "Don't kill love, but don't allow love to kill you," unquote. It's about toxic love, emotionally, psychologically abusive relationships where one person loves the other with unconditional love and the other one does everything to hurt that person and make them feel less human, unquote. So it has a strong message, and it's a message that, again, a lot of people can relate to. So what's good about this song? The instrumentation of the song is just fantastic. It starts sweet and subtle with the piano and then explodes in the first chorus. There are also ethnic sounds and vibes in the verses. This is a song that reminds me of waves of the ocean, pushing out with force, pulling back delicate, powerful and raw, and then come back more delicate and soft. This song has elements of both traditional Armenian music and a strong modern sound. It is the type of song that could be played on the radio most anywhere and be beloved all around the world. It's that ability to market the song that might influence the juries to push for a song like this to do well, while the televoters will flock to vote for this naturally, because it's a good and powerful song with a relatable message of breaking away from that toxic relationship. So relatability is also playing a factor here in its favor because, like I said, we've all been around toxic people and had to break up from those friendships, relationships, or family members that really don't help us at all in life. So breaking away from that and walking out is the best way to deal with it. Srbuk also has an incredibly powerful voice, but she has that quality of drama in her voice too. She can be that strong woman overcoming a toxic relationship, but she can also showcase vulnerability and sadness, disparity in her voice, making the song multi-dimensional. It's not just a, oh, I've been hurt so bad by people. It's, I'm finding the strength. I'm also recognizing that I've been hurt, so I'm vulnerable, but I can get out of here and I can power on through. She's neither a victim nor a conqueror in the song. She's both. Her emotions range all throughout the song, but in the end there's only one thing, freedom, and she finds that and becomes the warrior later in the song. Free from the toxicity, free from the bad relationship, and free to find a new path in life. This is a song that's also a story, and I love and admire that about this song. So what are some potential problems with this song? There aren't too many potential problems that I can fathom or think of for this specific song. One thing of note, at her pre-party debut in Amsterdam, she seemed a little bit off with the timing. It's not too bad, but you can tell there's a little bit of a gap from the recording to where she needed to be. So I hope that will be a little better in her next performance, and I'm sure it will be. I watched many different recordings of her performance in Amsterdam, and depending on which one you listen to, some of them sound really good and some of them sound off, but it's because of the audio and camera is the reason it sounds so off. So that plays a factor in too. So if you heard just one version of this, check it out on multiple recordings because you might be able to hear something else. I heard a lot of recordings that were very good of this song, so that plays a factor too, the audio that comes from the concerts. Also, Srbuk performs first in semifinal 2. That's a lot to take in. That's a lot of pressure. Let's hope nerves don't overwhelm her, but I don't get that as a potential problem. I've watched enough songs and live versions of her videos to know she has everything it takes to put on a massive performance. Still, that is a lot of pressure on an international stage, but I know Srbuk has been there before, and she overcomes and deals with these situations and wins. So I have a lot of faith in her. So what is my score ranking for this song? Rating, not ranking. I'm going to give this song a 10 out of 10. It's a fantastic song. I love it. For the second year in a row, Armenia gets a 10 out of 10 and will find themselves in a spot in my top 10 of my top 41 this year at Eurovision 2019. So is this song a contender or a pretender? This song is a contender to win the entire competition. Right now, I would probably say it's more of a dark horse, but I think this could be a legitimate contender to win the entire contest with the right voting. And as long as people are showing up to vote for her, she could have a phenomenal result in the contest. She's got a good enough song. It's polished. It sounds modern. It sounds like something that they could market. But she also has a lot of fans. There's a lot of people all around Europe willing to vote for her. So I think if she can appeal to those voters, I think she will get the jury to look at her favorably, and you could find yourself in a fantastic result for Armenia this year in 2019. So now, is it going to qualify? Yes, this is a qualifier. I don't really need to even explain. It's a qualifier. It's going to the finals. You will see it in the finals unless it's a disastrous vocal performance, which we know it's not going to be. So we're completely good there. So Armenia, we'll see you in the finals. So let's take a look at Armenia at Eurovision, my rankings versus the Eurovision Song Contest official results. So in 2015, Genealogy with Face the Shadow came in 16th place. I had them ranked at number 25. In 2016, Iveta Mukuchian with Love Wave came in at 7th. I actually had her at 18th, and I think I actually need to update that list because I remember being completely blown away by Love Wave in the semifinal, and I remember having to boost that, and she was actually my predicted winner that year after seeing her in the semifinal just because of the powerful performance. So yeah, I remember that I boosted the song into my top 10. I guess I didn't update my list, so I'll have to do that. So in 2017, Artsvik, Fly With Me, placed 18th, and I had her at number 12. And then last year, Sevak with Qami placed 35th, and it was my winner of Eurovision 2018. And I gotta say, that was one of the biggest heartbreaks to see Qami not make the finals. I understand the staging wasn't great, but his voice was, and I definitely think he deserved to make it. I don't pick my songs based on popularity, for anybody that wonders. I don't go through and I'm like, oh, it's a popular song, I have to like it. No, I pick the song that has the most meaning and value to me as a singer first, and then instrumentation and things like that. We all have things we look for. Qami is one of my favorite Eurovision songs of all time, and I'm not just saying that. Even though it didn't qualify, it's still one of my top favorite Eurovision songs I've ever heard. Fantastic song. I wish it would have qualified, but the beauty is we still have the song. It still exists, and I can listen to it whenever I want to. It doesn't matter that it didn't qualify, and the same for any of these songs. If your favorite song doesn't qualify, at least you got to take the comfort in knowing the song exists. You can listen to it at any time, and that's what I do with Qami. The song just blows me away. It's absolutely, if I make a list of my all-time favorite top 10 Eurovision songs, Qami would be on there. I promise you that. It was just a incredibly mysterious and beautiful song. And though I wish it would have qualified, the fact that it exists makes it all worthwhile for me. Thank you for watching my review of Armenia at Eurovision 2019. I have about, I think, 8 more song reviews to do, and I intend to get to them all. Sorry it's taken me so long. I've kind of gone off course a little bit, but I'm back on it. So I've got 8 more countries to do, and I will do all of them within the next 2 weeks. And yeah, I will keep doing reactions. If you have any requests, I'm glad to take them. Also, please give me your top 10s for Eurovision. You can do it right here, or I'll do another video later that will ask for top 10s. I want to hear your top 10s because I'm compiling a mega list of everybody's top 10s and giving scores, and I'm sitting around 200 right now, so that's been awesome. I've been gathering from Facebook and YouTube, and I might start reaching out on Instagram and Twitter also, which, by the way, I'm on both, so if you want to add me, follow me, I will follow you right back, and be happy to do that. So I just like being on there, I guess. I'm learning about it. I never knew anything about Twitter or Instagram before, but I'm learning. It's a process. So, well, I also have a lot of other projects coming up, so look forward to those. Subscribe if you want to, and give me a like on this video. I always appreciate that so much. And for now, I will be looking at a lot more Srbuk videos. Don't worry about that. I love her voice. I support Armenia. And for now, Lethargic Sloth, out.